What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Westerbros. We are down one again. Hard to commit.
Different guy this time.
Bigger
Different
loss
guy.
this time. The
Taller.
only one who knows what's going on.
That's true. That's true. We're really going to have a broed out episode of Westerbros right now. We're going to rely a lot on Hani to get us through. First of all, let me just say here, I'm Andrew Schulz, and I'm here with Hani. I'm here with Marco. Jack is not here with us today. R.I.P. Jack, but he will be back next week. Marco, you were not here last episode.
And it took 4 minutes into the podcast before that was acknowledged, where Jack right off the bat, 30 seconds in.
I know.
What do you mean?
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel great about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us why you weren't here and why you stopped answering your phones?
I was traveling. I came back late Monday night. I was out for a week. I have a day job that I have to maintain currently that pays the bills.
Gotcha.
And I realized halfway through the day that I was not going to be able to get here at a reasonable hour. And I feel like I made that somewhat clear.
We record this at a very unreasonable hour.
It was 9 o'clock you guys were
I
recording.
think we recorded close to 10.
Yeah, it was
Would
late.
that be? I would say close to 10. So you
And then you guys tried to call me at some point.
many times
To be
you
like,
tried
hey, we
call
stopped
I
me.
got
recording.
one missed
Exactly.
call.
Stop
Yeah.
recording.
I got one missed call.
No. We all called you. Everybody called you.
I got one
You
missed
don't have
call.
to make up. I mean, if you had two, would you have come?
Maybe 2.
That's what you needed. You needed to be wanted. You needed to be really wanted.
No, Haney called, and I knew he was going to say, like, we haven't started recording yet. And I didn't think I had it in me at that
That's
point
what
to
it
get
was.
down here.
You didn't want to come down.
I didn't want to come down
It
here.
was heartbreaking.
I know.
We had a fun episode. I'm not
It was a
gonna lie.
really fun episode.
I
good.
skimmed through it.
We even talked. Yeah, I bet you did. The fucking chemistry's fantastic. What is this?
It was
That's
really
that
good.
FOMO. You don't want to. You don't want to miss out.
It's true. So I listened to it. I started listening to it. And I was like, oh, is anyone going to mention that I'm not there?
See, my feeling on that is I almost wish we
I think they're
didn't.
not going to acknowledge it. I thought you weren't.
Well, my feeling on episodes like that is you got to get right into it, right? Get right into it. Get the ball moving. Everybody's having a good time. I wish we didn't even say Jack wasn't here until 15 minutes because a lot of times people won't even realize it.
Yeah, I
They're
wish
so
you didn't
caught
say
up
it.
in the convo. I know, but we had to acknowledge it. We had to talk about what's going on, these things in your life. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we watched another episode of Westworld last night. This was episode 3, my favorite episode. Episodes keep getting better. It's my favorite show on television.
Really?
It is the best show on
Like
television.
your favorite show that's on right now, or just
Oh, it's
overall?
favorite show on right now. Game of Thrones is I think, the best show on television. But it's my favorite show that's on right now. It's also the only show I'm watching right now. If you guys try and make an argument for Atlanta, I'm not going to hear it.
Atlanta's better.
It's not better than Westworld.
It's better.
It's
So we
not.
need to have an honest conversation about this.
Oh my god! And I know now is not the week because
Jack's not here.
No, Donald
Oh.
Glover is
Just
America's sweetheart.
Went up another level.
Oh, dude, everybody loves Glover
Went up
now.
another level. Man.
He's
the best.
murdering it.
And then he's got Solo coming out. He's going to be Lando Calrissian.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's your world.
Yeah.
You love that Star Wars
Yeah.
world. Yeah. No, he's killing it. I think he's massively talented.
Obviously.
He's obviously.
Did you watch that video?
I watched a little bit of it.
I mean, it's a 4-minute video. What do you mean you watched a little bit of it?
I mean,
That's
I
a
didn't
good
watch
ass
the whole
point.
thing. I started it from where it was. I think they only give you 2 minutes and 12 seconds on Twitter or something like that. So I
Gotcha.
watched whatever.
Was that true?
Yeah, there's like a limit on Twitter
I
how
didn't
much
know that.
video you can put up. So I think I watched just what.
Gotcha.
But I know he shoots someone in the back of the head in like a beekeeper outfit, and then he shoots a choir, and it's like this is what is it about? Like this
There's some
is-
good memes associated with it.
Yeah.
But what is the idea? Is like this is America, like.
That's the name of the song. This
And
is
but what is,
America.
what is he saying? Like that. What is he saying that can happen? Like.
I don't know. I think I didn't dive that deep into it. I just
Right.
enjoyed the camera work.
Camera work was sick. He's
It
always
looked,
had.
it looked
cool
like
little
one
concepts.
shot, and that's the same guy who directs Atlanta.
Yeah.
The guy who did that.
Yeah. But like
I enjoyed.
I'm trying
I
to
enjoyed his
understand the
dancing.
video.
I enjoyed all like little stuff. I watched it a couple times. You need to start picking up some other stuff.
Did any of us
I think you have to
actually
watch
the video?
background to pick up what's actually going on in the video, and that's kind of, I guess.
Well, I'm sure.
Like, and
shooting up
he's
the
just
church
dancing,
was
and
a
maybe he's trying to say-
commentary on when the church got shot up, right? I don't know if that's a metaphor for something, but remember
I'm
that
sure it is.
that little crazy white kid went into the black church and shot it up.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Yep.
it. And then some other, but he's talking about like what's bad going on in America, right?
He's not really. I mean, he just says this is America a lot. Like, it's not like he's giving these long verses.
Yeah.
It's really just random one-liners with a whole bunch of guests.
So he's
people
doing it
ad-libbing.
visually, though. I didn't see it.
And he's like dancing in. He's got his shirt off. I like how he's
The dancing is incredible.
Yeah, he's good at dancing. He's really dancing it up, and his body is very
average
comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built like a comedian. He's not. He's famous. He could have the sculpted body, but he chose to not go with the sculpted body. I respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
I mean, look. He's not like flabby.
He's a little flabby, but he could drop it down. You know what I mean?
Soft.
He has access to personal trainer, access to personal chef. He has access to all these things, but he's living in his body. I don't know. This is Westerbros, the content club. We're talking about content here. I don't know. I gotta watch the video again and give it another look. But I
think you gotta watch the
didn't
background.
watch the video.
The problem is I watched it a couple times on my phone.
Okay.
And I think you got to watch the background to kind of see, because there's always stuff going on in the background.
Did you listen to the words of it?
Is the background not available on your
this
phone?
This is America. What's up?
Is the background not available on your phone?
Yeah, but it's a small, it's shot wide lens. I don't know if that's actually the right term or anything like that, but there's always people running around the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? And they're as the camera's moving, you're seeing different things happening in the background. As he just moving to a giant warehouse, dancing.
All right.
Is there positivity in it?
I mean, the dancing is positive as fuck. What do you mean?
But is it like the good and the bad? Like, does he talk about how in America
Is there hope?
You can be like this kid named Donald Glover who can become one of the biggest celebrities in the world and create whatever art that you want and create TV shows and films? And does he talk about how that's a possibility in America, or is it just like everybody gets shot and killed in America?
I don't think it's just talking about you can get killed in America.
Okay. But you don't know.
I don't know.
I like how you criticize me for not watching the whole video.
You got no insight, son.
You've watched the video 4 times and you have no fucking clue what's going on besides, I think something in the background is happening. I think there's a background thing.
I just enjoyed it visually.
Right.
Except
the background, which you couldn't see. So what visually did you like?
I haven't had
hair?
time. I haven't watched enough to break it down. I haven't had time. Did you watch the video, Alex?
I did watch
Alex,
it.
Do you have
what
any
is the
thoughts
point
on
of
this
the video?
Alex?
So he's just trying to show how Black Americans can still prosper even with all the violence and things that we encounter.
So there was some level of optimism.
I love
Yes.
that. What a
Yeah.
great message.
Yeah.
And how did he demonstrate that? Like, he's still dancing and he's still enjoying life. He's still being
Exactly.
successful, even though all these horrible things are going around.
Exactly. That's the metaphor.
That's beautiful. I wish we explained that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't ever waste your time on me.
Yeah, that was bad.
But it was done really well.
I watched it. I
done
watched it. I
really
thought it
well.
was
That's
cool. The
amazing.
dancing was cool, and I
Yeah.
love the shots and the warehouse and the whole things.
And he's so smart to draw kids in. He's doing like all the latest dances.
So you know
Oh.
what? The one thing I was thinking of.
So all the kids are gonna watch this, see this imagery and stuff, and open their eyes up.
Yo, thank you so much, Alex, for being here.
The one thought I
was
had, but I didn't want to say because I'm not sure about it. It's like he's talking about all this stuff that's kind of going on, and he's kind of shucking it.
Now he got thoughts.
He's like,
This is a guy who needed. This is a guy who needed to be sold on human connection, and now he's afraid to say things.
he's kind of like dancing, kind of doing all the dances, right? Like almost like shucking and jiving, like almost like it's like he's almost like satirical, I guess. But I wasn't sure if that's actually the point of it.
Alex?
Possibly. I think he's just trying to show, emphasize that he's still happy. He still can have a good time, even with all the shit going on around him. Like, it is like chaos. Like,
Yeah.
because of
'Cause
that
you
wide
can
shot,
succeed.
there's all so much
Yeah.
shit going on,
You
but
can
he still
thrive.
has a
You
smile
can
on his
do all this.
face. He's still smiling, still laughing, still dancing.
Oh, I love that message. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about fucking Westworld. I love the episode. I thought it was fantastic.
What'd you like about it?
I liked the idea of the other park. I love the idea that if you're in charge long enough, you become the people that you hated, and you become the oppressors that you defeat. You know, it is Castro and what's the other guy? Che Guevara. You know, what's Dolores's boyfriend's name? James
Teddy.
Marsden.
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy and Dolores are Castro and Che,
Okay.
right? They overthrow this, dictatorship that's backed by this evil empire. They get control, and at first it's popping. We're freeing everybody. Let's do it. Let's be part of this together. Let's live. We finally have our freedom. And then eventually it's like, whoa, hold up. We're going to have to do some fuck shit too when you're in charge. And Teddy's not about that fuck shit, right? Teddy's like, hey, I can't just kill this dude. It's an innocent man. I don't want to kill people.
He's one of them, too.
Because he's one of them.
Right.
Because he realized on some level, oh, I'm just Dolores' slave.
And that was the thing, is when he was reciting that line and he said, "You're just a child," which is what Dolores had repeated to him, it was almost like it clicked in his head, like,
shit.
no, you're the child.
Yeah.
And so he made a decision on his own.
Yeah.
Why? So is that why you think that he didn't kill those people at the end? Like,
I think Teddy is inherently good.
Yeah.
And I think that that's always been part of his character, and that's hardwired into his programming. But I truly do believe on some level he has that like goodness. And I think Dolores got all the goodness raped out of her by Ed.
You see a little bit of it, though, with her dad, right? Like,
with a little bit with her dad.
you would think, like, I know this motherfucker's not really my dad, and
Yeah.
just not care as much,
Yeah.
but she was still invested with her past.
And so does Dandy Newton, right?
Yeah.
Dandy Newton knows
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid isn't her kid.
Yeah.
She's 100% aware that this is just a design.
But can't shake it.
She can't fucking shake it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's weird. Like, I guess as you start to see them become, you know, more human and less robotic, you know, as there's like urgency and everybody can potentially die, and like seeing how they operate with each other, it brings up an interesting. We can get to that later. But
do you think that she actually has a plan, or is she just like?
Well, let's go. What
Destroy
do you
and
think
conquer, and that's
the
it?
gate is, or what do you think the pearly gate, or whatever the fuck they're talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we need Jack for this.
No. I think that's. I think. Is it the world? Is it the world that she's seen before? I just want episode 2 and had the flashback. The world outside of Westworld, or is it what? Is it just freedom?
I
don't think we know. I don't know.
I don't know, but I think that's kind of one of the things that
I think
they're
it's
dangling in front of us to keep watching.
I think it's the data center, and I think that's where they keep the data on all the hosts.
No, but the main data that they need to protect is with her father.
That's with her father. But
Right.
now I think that's out of her father.
Well, because you think, what's his name?
Bernard got it out. Bernard got it out. But I just think even where that data is attached to, like, I think that if they kill the hub, then they're free. But I think they're all connected to this hub.
But
which
what's
is
the
a gate.
long game? Free how? Free in their world? Free into our world?
Free from control, like free from someone just walking up, hardwiring to them, and switching their
So
compassion
that
down to zero.
would totally be off limits. They'd
Yeah.
be on their own completely.
I think so.
And then they would also become mortal, and that's the case. Because if they were to
Absolutely.
die, then
Once
they
you die
wouldn't be
once,
able-
you're dead.
That's it.
Yeah, unless maybe they have that kind of technology. But I think on some level, that's how they break away from the system. That's how they can't be tracked. That's how nobody knows who they are. That kills any evidence of them. And I think that Stephen Abernathy, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, the dad, Dolores' dad.
Pete? Was it
Yeah,
Pete?
he's having a Johnny Mnemonic situation. Do you guys remember
Is
the
it Peter
Keanu Reeves?
Abernathy? Yeah.
Pete
No.
Abernathy. You never remember the Keanu Reeves movie, Johnny Mnemonic?
Yeah.
I know the name. I don't remember.
Right? Well, remember when he...
Oh, you're a big Keanu Reeves movie fan now?
Yeah, except for The
know.
Matrix.
Yeah.
You see his shitty tech movie?
Wait.
Big
so
Bill
you
and Ted
so
guy?
you guys aren't up on Hardball?
Yeah, Big Bill and Ted.
Well, in Johnny Mnemonic, for all of you kids that are listening who've never seen it, great movie, but really funny to look back on. Johnny Mnemonic plays a character in the future. This is way in the future. And what he's done is taken a piece of his brain out and replaced it with a hard drive. And the hard drive is massive. It can hold 1 megabyte of storage in the hard drive. And what they do in this massive hard drive is they put like 3 megabytes in this one, and it's overloading his brain, and he's freaking out. He can't do it. It's just so funny how quickly, like if you watch this movie now, they're like, there's 3 megabytes in his head?
You can't even fit the whole 2 minutes and 12 seconds of the video that you saw on it.
You get a fraction of Donald Glover's video. Anyway, I think that's what they're trying to get out as well. I think that all the data from the park is inside Pete Abernathy.
So, okay, go ahead.
So my concern is with the show now.
Yeah.
Is that there is some like very obvious brilliance in this. Like the technology is fantastic. Obviously, how they even create the hosts is like fascinating to watch. acting performances are amazing. I actually thought
Unbelievable, dude.
Dolores' dad, when she was going through that,
He.
I was like, what the? This guy's
Emmy.
wild.
You have to give him an
Yeah.
Emmy. It's
It
unbelievable.
was unbelievable. So, and I think that everyone else's individual performances are great. Ed Harris, Teddy, Dolores, whatever.
Dude,
right?
Ed Harris.
So good.
Was he even? He was in this episode, was he?
No.
I don't know if he,
No, he-
but
he
that
wasn't
dude
in
is
that.
so wrinkled. He looks like
Yeah.
tinfoil.
Yeah, but that's good.
No, it's great for the character.
Yeah.
But
His
how
wife,
old is
too.
he?
He's got to be getting up there. He's like one of those guys. Didn't we say this? He's been the same age for the last 30
For
years.
30 years. Yeah, he's a Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. But I love that he
Clint Eastwood.
hasn't gotten the facelift. Like, fuck.
No, because it's rugged.
You believe it.
Yeah.
Leathery
If
skin.
you got this
Leathery
perfect,
skin,
yeah.
smoking cigarettes on the tractor, shirt off.
I believe you.
Right?
1,000. But
Yeah.
if you have that, like,
That's
Warren
why I don't
Beatty
understand.
face,
How could Jimmy Simpson then be that? Like that doesn't add up to me.
something had to happen.
Right.
And I think we're going to find out what happened.
I just,
Running from a tiger for 3 years.
in 30 years from now, I don't see Jimmy Simpson being that rugged, personally.
No.
I
Maybe
don't-
losing the hair.
Right.
Okay, but you were
Anyway,
He's
so
60
there's like
he's 67.
saying he looks
actually-
old.
I actually thought he was younger. Damn.
No, he
I
looks
think he looks
shitty
a
for
good
60.
67. I think that looks accurate. No,
Oh,
he's
so
in
wrinkled
good shape.
man. He's
His
in good shape, but
his
wrinkled
Wikipedia
man.
his
67 is not
Wikipedia
young.
picture is so good.
Let me see.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Let me see. Let me see.
I wish I looked like that. I wish I looked like that right now.
Every no man no. Every wrinkle just popping out.
Yeah, I
bro.
love it.
I know. It looks like a topographical map.
He doesn't even want
it. Dude, like, what is this, Hawaii?
That's
What the
hard
fuck am I
living.
looking at? Jesus. There's lava ramps. Dude, even the neck.
It's bad.
Dude,
But you can't switch it up. Now
No.
we know you for
he
that.
owns it.
That's why these people in Hollywood on some level are kind of dumb. Like, they're all going out for those younger roles. But guess
Embrace
what?
it.
Embrace it. And then there's only 3 people who have wrinkles that can play old. Who can play old?
That's
People are
it.
like, why is Morgan Freeman getting the same roles every time? Because
Yeah.
he's the only one that's old.
Yeah. Ed Harris,
what I mean?
Anthony Hopkins, him.
All the
They're all
that's
the same guys.
The
yeah.
same. They have 3 old people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Everybody else is trying to look so fucking young. I
Yeah.
swear to God, if a couple of these bitches just let them, so if Renee's,
Clint milked it to the point where he actually probably is too old to actually. Like,
Yeah, he's
act
1,000
anymore.
years
Yeah,
old.
but there's less roles for old women.
thank God. But yeah, I agree. Watching a fucking first widows club. I don't want to see some bunch of fucking old bitches with goddamn fake teeth talking about how their dead husband used to bring them flowers every weekend.
Oh God.
No, I
There's some still good ones out there.
what you're gonna watch Glenn Close movies? You're gonna
Devil Wears
watch-
Prada, right?
Was she
That was
Glenn?
Meryl
Was that
Streep.
That was Meryl Streep. Yeah, but I'm
dude?
just
You
saying.
put Glenn Close, Meryl Streep, and the other one, Dame.
Don't say it.
Dame.
No. All
What's
right.
her name?
I thought you were going to say Jane Fonda. but-
No, the English woman. Edna.
Ma-
Damian Lillard. No. Dame.
Damian Lillard? No.
No.
Damian Lillard, Damian Lewis.
No.
Female?
Female English. She's actually kind of hot. There's a
What is
picture of
she
her
in?
naked in a fucking bathtub. I don't know, Matilda, some English movie, but no, she's like
Judi Dench.
no, God, no, dude, Judi Dench.
He's like
Judi Dench looks
97.
like what is his name? Ed what?
Ed Harris.
Judi Dench looks like Ed Harris been in a bathtub for a month. dude, when you watch Judi Dench in those 007 movies, bro, just leave her. You know when she gets kidnapped, you're gonna risk everybody's life to save her for 2 years. It's like Cosby going to prison. He's dead. He's dying. He's dying before he goes in. How does she not just go? I have a month left. Okay, I have cancerous tumors all over. I've been smoking since I was 17 years old. I have tumors all over my lungs. Please don't kill yourself to save me. It's okay. Get fucking.
Fair.
Who is she? Penny? She's Money Penny or no? No, she's the in 007 movies. No, Money Penny is the secretary.
She's the
Q.
one who's making the calls.
No, no.
What's she
She's
doing?
the other one. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
She's the
whatever.
boss bitch.
Anyway,
Yeah.
my original point was, but there are some like moments in the show that aren't great.
Give me an example.
Example is a lot of season 1, people didn't know what the fuck they were watching.
I know, but
And it wasn't great episode to episode. The ending was great and everyone got bought in like, oh my God, the host revolted.
Yep.
I get it. But there was like a long stretches where it's like, I don't really know if I like this show. And then the ending was great and you were like, okay, I'm in. Now, I mean, there is some fairy dust that is getting sprinkled all over this.
Give me an example.
The attack on the fucking fort that happened in this episode
Okay.
looked so JV.
Why?
Yo, it looked
They
bad.
came in there with their little fucking machine guns on a line in an open field. Like, they can make human bodies now. This is the best weapon tactics that they have today. They just walked across an open field and shot these guys. Like,
Well-
that's the plan here?
Well, they can't be killed.
What do you mean? No, they can be killed now.
No, they can't.
Yes.
No, because
Yes.
the bullets. No. Remember the first scene, and I think this is very important. The first scene when the English dude, like the fake Paul Bettany, fucks the other shorty.
Yeah.
And
Shoots
she's like, "Let
him
me shoot you to
first.
prove that you're
Right.
human."
There's a reason why she shoots him,
Yeah.
and it's to establish that gun, that a gun that a soldier would have or a gun that an AI person would have, doesn't have the bullets that will kill a human.
So then how
But
did when they
you
go to
4
the,
minutes later,
when they go 4 minutes later and
Yeah.
all the people are dead,
and she was like, "Oh, no, I rode the train with this guy."
these aren't hosts.
the
These
host,
are real people.
The host,
yeah.
the
So
host
what
killed
happened is
him.
the host,
And then that tiger can now kill you.
the host took one of the guns from the real people and then killed the real people with that gun. So but the guns that those Confederate soldiers have, those muskets, all that kind of shit like that, they're not going to penetrate the hosts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, hasn't like Dolores been
Nah.
killing people? I feel like
Dolores been waxing people.
You sure?
Positive.
yeah. Remember all the
Right?
guests in the park are dead.
Yeah, these people are screaming.
So why did her gun not work on him and then it worked? Why does the gun sometimes work and sometimes not work?
That was trying
think-
to.
I think they got like real bullets. That was like in the actual.
That was
I don't know,
before.
that's a good
that
question.
might have been.
That's a
This
good
might be
question.
some fairy dust. This is
This is what I'm saying. They did it because this. They did it because
just to clarify for everybody
originally-
listening,
yeah.
right? Just to clarify for everybody listening. Originally, the park was situated where even if you did get shot with a gun,
You couldn't die.
you couldn't die. It would just be like a rubber bullet.
A rubber
It
bullet.
would hurt you,
Yep.
but it wouldn't kill you.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, these shots are penetrating
killing
you.
people.
Ed Harris gets shot, and then
Yes.
he has to go get the
He's
EMT
got to do the
shit.
thing. He takes the guy's thing and he glues himself up or whatever
Boom.
he does, right?
So all
he
of a
that
sudden-
pierced his skin.
Bullets have changed.
But
Did we miss the part where they raided like the ammo house? Did we
No.
miss that
They
part?
should have done
No, no.
that shit.
But with that, you're right. They went from she shot him to prove that he was real, because that was the only way for her to prove that he was real.
Yeah.
But then how could a day later those bullets all of a sudden be now active and not? It doesn't make sense, right?
Something's off here.
So that bothers me. I don't know. The whole scene with the tiger was kind of ridiculous.
This was a
love
big.
that.
This was a
That
big,
tiger. She ran for how long before the tiger caught her?
Well, I thought that
Have
she
you seen a
ran
tiger run?
comically slow.
Yo,
and
it
what
looked
was the
bad.
tiger
It
doing?
looked-
Yeah, it would look really bad.
It kind of looked 80s-ish, maybe just because of the setting, but like,
Yeah.
you know, like this was a big battle scene that they had at that fort, and that shit looked kind of corny. Like,
I
that
hate
shit
when
looked-
actors and actresses
That
have
shit
to
looked like
do something athletic and they clearly
They
don't have any
it.
athletic prowess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I can't
know?
watch boxing movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
Okay.
if some guys watch basketball too. It's
So,
bad.
oh, dude, did you remember Leonardo DiCaprio in Basketball,
Basketball
Diaries?
Diaries was not good.
Dude, he was dribbling a ball up to his fucking shoulder.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Like that right there.
doesn't Leo play
suspended
ball?
disbelief. Say what?
Doesn't like Leo play? I don't know if he's actually good, but I think Leo like plays
No,
basketball.
he,
No.
Definitely does not
There's the
play
GQ
basketball.
stories. That he used to they set up a game against Clooney and his gang, and it was like Leo, Tobey Maguire, and someone else, and they were like running like layup lines in the beginning, and then they were like talking shit to Clooney.
and then Clooney's
And
in
then
it.
Clooney and his boys
Clooney's
waxed
squad
him.
washed
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Washed
Clooney's
him.
friends are still contractors.
Yeah, but he was
Like he's got his real friends.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they've been hooping every weekend.
Yeah.
Leo's been playing with guys who just letting him get buckets.
But they were, I guess they were talking, and Clooney was like, "Yeah, we play," and like Leo was like, "I mean, we're pretty good," and then they just went out there and just got destroyed. But anyway,
Yeah.
neither here nor there. But yeah, so she clearly lacked any sort of
Why?
athleticism.
You're right. I didn't think about it, but now I think about it, like it when she was running, it looked so bad.
Anne Hathaway and
These
Bride
fake
Wars.
high knees, like it was,
Not
and
good.
but like they showed her like take
She's in
10
a field.
strides. There's really no need. It could have been a quick. Get the close up of the upper body, her move.
Same.
It was fucking.
Show the
it was
tiger
so
in the
bad.
background. Where was the
Jonathan Nolan,
tiger?
We've seen National Geographic.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
a gazelle runs 10 times
Also,
faster
like-
than this bitch. And
This park is massive, right?
Massive,
well,
son.
now
And like I
Yeah.
get that she knows. It seems like she had been there before. Actually, I want to talk about that character
Yeah.
in a little bit, but like all of a sudden she was able to be that close to the border.
She
Like they had
bust-
this tripwire
right.
that like an alarm sets off when you
Right.
run past this.
Yeah.
This park is massive and expansive, and you've seen people.
And she hit the limit.
All season 1, it's just Ed Harris just walking every episode. He just continuing on, never gets to an end,
Yeah.
and she just luckily was by the end. You know, she wasn't that fucking fast to get to the end that fast. Like
They're on
that-
horseback.
that's the
They
shit.
still can't
Yeah,
get to
they
the end.
can't get
This
anywhere.
girl run for 15 seconds and there's a
At the
wire.
end, yep.
Yeah.
And we haven't even got to the point where the 1,200-pound tiger knocked her off a cliff.
Yeah.
She swam still across the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
She bucked off on him.
Yeah.
But they both landed in the same spot, I guess. I will say this about the tiger in that world. I like the idea that they're expanding the world. I like the idea that they're playing off of, if we could go have this Wild West fuck town, why don't we also have a India?
Well, we knew about this from season 1. They did show the samurai world at one point. They referenced it.
They referenced it, right?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
You're the one, yeah.
No.
I know they
said
did.
that in season
In
2 we were
in
going
the
to see
preview.
it.
No, but you saw when they were
They
walking.
referenced it in
Yeah,
season
They were
1.
walking to the hall when you saw
There
samurai.
was a samurai sword. Yes, yes.
Not
yes,
the
yes.
swords, but like they had the whole like guy,
Outfits and shit,
like a
okay.
dead, like a
Sure.
host. They had a host.
Yeah, but so it's essentially food, right? It's like when we go to eat food, we have this cultural experience,
Sure.
right? Why don't we just turn the food into more than a dining experience? Why don't we live it? Why don't we exist in it?
That's what-
And to be honest, when it comes to hunting, it's like kind of the ethical thing, right? I'll go hunt a elephant, or I could hunt a fake elephant,
Right.
get the exact same experience, excitement out of it, and then not have to be, posted on Twitter by everybody in America saying I'm an asshole.
Fair.
You seem bitter about this. Like you had to
Why, you go hunting?
you had to cancel your safari plans after Donald Trump Jr.
I would
got caught out
gladly
there.
kill one of these animals, bro. It's like because you know what you do when you kill the animal? You pay the locals like 50 grand, and you feed them for 6 months. You feed the town forever. It's not like you go in there and you shoot it on your
No,
own.
you're not paying the locals though. The locals are getting scraps.
No, I'm telling you, when you do this, you don't do it illegally. Like everybody who killed a
No,
lion
you're going
there,
through a service.
You're going
but
through
the
the
service is not the locals.
It is.
The service is hiring locals. Listen, I've gone to South Africa. I've gone into like the safari and shit.
Yeah.
Didn't kill anything. That wasn't the intention.
Yeah, yeah.
But like like the locals, like
Pussy.
it's a whole other service, and the locals are just kind of hosting you,
Right.
and they're the guides. These guys aren't balling out.
Well, for Cecil, it was the locals, and
What's Cecil?
Cecil was the lion.
Cecil
that
the
got
lion,
killed.
bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they spent 50 grand, and everybody gets to eat, and it supports the local economy. That's their spring break. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking Tulum
Oh,
pops
it's de-
off during spring break.
it's-
Cancun pops off
It's
during
definitely
spring
their
break.
economy,
Yeah, so
but
it's
they're
like
not eating like they're
we
not
care
like
more about a fucking lion than like 150 Africans.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep the same energy. It's one or the other. You care about the African starving, you care about the lion. A lot of gazelles were okay with that lion dying.
This is a bad take.
Go.
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying. Like
you're saying his takes bad.
his take's bad.
Which takes fine.
He's justifying.
I care more about humans than I do about animals. You have to pick a side.
We can help them in other ways.
She's not wrong.
We can help them in other ways.
Help who? Humans or animals?
Humans.
All right, so help them. You ain't giving no money.
Yeah.
This dentist want to give 50 grand. All you got to do is kill one lion. Lions are dicks.
I like lions, actually.
Until you round them, motherfucker.
Listen, we're way off topic. Where were we going with this?
My point is,
Your initial point was
Okay.
Your initial point was it's great to have that world.
Yeah,
that
I'd
world.
love to fight
all
some
these
fucking
worlds serves
samurais,
purpose.
dress up in a ninja
Yeah.
costume.
But how much fun is it to hunt a lion or an elephant if you know you can't lose?
You like roller coasters?
Love them.
There you go.
Different.
It's the same thing as a roller coaster.
No, absolutely not.
You know you can't lose. Yeah,
I've seen people die on roller coasters.
You've seen
You've
it.
never seen anyone down a roller
You've
coaster.
seen it in real
Untrue.
life. In real life, you've seen it.
I've seen it on TV.
You fucking liar.
What do you mean? There's
They have videos of
failures
people
all the
Yeah,
time.
okay.
Sure, man.
Exactly.
There's like 3 out of 500
I'm
million people that have
hoping
gone.
that the guy who's stoned running the fucking thing is going to do it properly, right? That's the risk I'm taking, and I feel it when I'm on the roller coaster.
Same thing when you're at Westworld. You could trip over some shit, land on a fucking rock, break your head, and die. And that probably happens in Westworld all the time. That's why you need to sign that affidavit. So
All right.
that still could happen
All right,
when you're
that's
hunting.
right.
I'm just saying there are situations.
Weird
So
choice,
you-
colonial
so you-
India, though.
You
no?
know how in
It is weird, but
I don't get it.
maybe the English
I-
like the good old times.
I don't think it wasn't great back then, though. Like colonial
Dude,
India
you know
was
how?
great.
Have you had English food?
No,
You've never had English food.
I don't ever want it.
Okay, imagine you're an English person,
Okay.
and then for the first time in your life, you land in India and try flavor.
That's but that's too much flavor
Just
for someone
imagine.
from
Before
England.
your asshole lights on fire,
Yeah,
as
that's
you
what I'm saying.
take your first shit that's not potatoes. Imagine that first bite.
You don't even have to
Of
go back to
curry.
like clones. Like this shit happens now. You ever like you'll see people who aren't exposed to flavor. I won't just
You just indict white people.
I won't specifically say white people.
It's white people. It's fine.
But you'll see people who haven't had flavor
Son.
get some flavor and like, oh my god,
Son, have you-
what is this?
Dead ass. Have you taken a Canadian to a supermarket in America?
No.
Take a Canadian to a supermarket in America. They sit there in the peanut butter aisle, and they lose their fucking mind. There's crunchy. There's smooth. There's almond. There's cashew.
Does this not exist in Canada?
No, there's 2 peanut butters in Canada.
What do you mean?
There's no options.
I
This
don't
is what
believe
people
this.
don't. This is what people don't realize about socialism.
Whole Foods isn't
It's
in
great.
Canada?
No, they don't have Whole Foods.
Canada's not socialism.
Come on, son.
It's socialized medicine.
There's 2 pizza places in the whole country. There's Pizza, and then Boston Pizza. That's it.
You've been to Toronto though.
I go to
Often.
Canada all the time.
All the time.
No options.
I've been to Montreal.
First of all, I've been to Toronto. There's good food out there.
Delicious. No,
Because
no.
because it's a
Listen,
cultural.
It's a foodie
there's
culture,
a lot of
yeah.
cultural
Sure.
influences out
And
there.
then, yeah, exactly.
Only
They-
2 types of peanut butter though.
They let the
I don't believe this.
the cultures brought the food with them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm telling you, go have some Canadians. Take them. I wish we could do the experiment. I do it with my friends from Canada. I take them to the supermarket and they go into the candy aisle, and it's not just Twix and fucking Skittles. It's peanut butter cups with Oreos in the middle, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here! There's Oreos in the middle."
See,
Their
they're blessed.
minds explode. Go into. I
great.
go to Canada all the time, guys. We're gonna go. Matter of fact, Alex is coming with me to Canada.
You guys are
Wednesday.
going this week, right?
We're going this week to Wednesday. I'm going to videotape you. When we go into a gas station, we're just going to go to a gas station. All of a sudden, there's 3 different types of sweets. 2 different types of.
I'm gonna need confirmation, Alex.
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to see.
I'm
These
surprised
people
though,
are
because I hear
blessed,
like
though.
in Montreal you have your choice of bitches.
Yeah, but we got bitches here.
Yeah, but I heard you have your choice.
Oh, is prostitution legal?
Yeah.
I think it's deregulated. I don't know if I'd say legal, but it's close.
I
there's
don't know
opportunity.
prostitution is legal. I just know it's a strip club pop off,
Oh, strip clubs are fantastic out there. I mean, I remember.
and
I
they're
was
friendly.
getting-
I don't know if it's actually
Dude,
legal, but the
I was
strip
getting
clubs are
a
friendly.
lap dance from this girl.
$7.
Okay, first of all, it was 20.
Yeah.
Okay,
Was it?
It was $20, but with the exchange rate, we're about down to 14.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm getting a strip club. I'm getting a lap dance. It's $14, but let's call it 20. And there's this other girl. She's dancing on me. That's $20 as well. Yeah. So I'm getting double lap dance, $40, and I'm drunk, and I just look at them and I go, you know what I want? And they're like, what would you like?
A peanut butter cup.
No. I say, I want you to eat her ass.
Oh, they do that there.
Now, she goes, okay, we can do that. And I go, how much would that cost? And she goes, $20 for each of us. Wow. I go, you're telling me this whole time you were dancing on me for the same price? You could be eating this other bitch's ass. She goes, yes, that's how it goes. And I go, I don't want you to dance with me ever again. For the rest of this night, you 2 are going to be eating ass. Listen, ain't no capitalism that's going to have that. The same price for a lap dance as eating ass?
Yo, this
That
is
is
Toronto?
communism,
That's
bro.
fair.
This
No,
is
that's much
Montreal.
That is the most communist shit you ever had in your life.
That's fair. That's fair.
No.
I'm saying, God bless.
There's something to be said about of having not too many choices, though.
Alex,
I
you're
think
not
too.
coming back.
Dude,
You're not-
Netflix.
the women out there,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes you 15
Yeah,
hours
you're
to
not
pick a
coming
movie
back.
on.
Food in New York.
No, it's too much.
Where do you want to go eat? I
don't
can't. I don't
know.
know.
It's too
There's
much.
literally I could walk down the street and have
15
10
different
restaurants that are better than any place I grew
And
up.
then
at.
what do you end
Not
up
good
doing?
enough.
What do you end up doing? Getting the same fucking
Same
thing.
fucking thing I always get.
Get the same thing.
Getting tacos tonight.
Of course,
Had
but you
tacos
already
three
had
nights last week. Gonna get the same ones,
same tacos.
right? Corn tortilla,
That's why it's important to have the different parks.
gluten free. Anyway,
5
the
different
parks.
parks.
I get it.
What would be the
Colonial
park?
India, not my choice. Samurai, I get that.
In a heartbeat, Samurai. All
Right?
these little geisha girls with their gnarled up feet walking around.
Yeah. Medieval times, I would like to be a part
Are
of.
you out on just the location, or are you out on the concept of like going to hunt like wild animals?
Wild game?
Yeah.
I mean, if the option to kill people is there, I mean, I think I'd rather go with that one. Wait, that came off wrong. I'm just saying. If you're gonna put yourself in that situation,
I always wonder why
you
you
go
signed up for the Marines.
Wouldn't you go with the
Fuck
most
a
taboo?
hippopotamus. Where's a Puerto Rican?
Wouldn't you go with the most taboo? You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna
If I'm gonna-
if you're gonna break bad, you're gonna break all the way bad.
Break all the way back. I want a sword, and I want to like. No.
You saw the way he held that shit.
Jonathan Nolan is, dude, and he's holding it two hands. This is an Excalibur, bro.
Dude.
This is a sword.
Yeah.
This is Conan.
Yes. Yes.
know?
What is the Scottish sword called? Oh fuck, there's a name for it.
Right? I would want something like that. I would want sword fighting to be prevalent, though. That's for sure. No guns. I want to work out. I want to stay in shape while I'm in there.
Yeah.
Right?
So you would want to go
Hand to hand.
straight medieval time.
Yeah. Hand to hand. Be fighting with the sword with this hand, and another guy comes up. I got the dagger. I hit him with that.
Dude,
right?
nobody talks about how hard it must be to shoot with two guns at the same time.
You're
let
not
alone
supposed to.
two
That's why you
swords.
don't do that. You don't
You're
shoot
not
with two
supposed to?
guns.
What
No.
if you got to shoot a guy to the left and a guy to the front?
1-2. Better chance of hitting.
Or you could just go
You
bang.
can't go like this.
I
You're
could.
gonna miss both of them probably.
You think
and
I
then
would?
get shot? Yeah.
But what if I got a gun really good, like that Jet Li knockoff?
When did Jet Li do that?
Not Jet Li, the other one. Asian Jet, the gun Jet Li.
Which one was the gun Jet Li?
It's really just an Asian guy with a gun. I don't know.
Oh,
This dude.
Brandon Lee from.
No, there was a dude that popped up out of nowhere, and his like martial art was
with the guns.
with guns. But he
Yeah.
was originally an Asian film star, and then he crossed over.
We'll
Do
have
you
to
guys
figure
remember
this-
him when he
no.
popped out? And he literally treated. God bless Asians, man. They're so good at like getting great at one thing.
Sure.
Like we try to be all fucking Renaissance men in America. Like
Stupid.
learn how to build a million things. Asians will just be like, my goal is to put the tip of a fucking shoelace on top of a shoelace.
Right.
And be the
Best at it.
tip of the shoelace person on the face of the planet. And work every day. I watched that chef's table. You see the chef's table thing?
Yeah.
With the sushi guy. He has a 10
Yep.
seat sushi restaurant in a subway. And it is a 2 Michelin star sushi restaurant
Yep.
in Tokyo.
I haven't seen it yet.
Bro, just perfection.
I like it.
This guy did that with guns. That was his martial art.
All right, I believe that.
That could be you with swords.
That could be me with swords. But that's the point. I'd rather have that element of hand to hand. That's more satisfying if you're in that world.
Okay. Would you try to fuck the regular girls?
No.
What a waste that
What a
was.
waste.
You could do that on your own dime. Not on your own dime. You're paying.
Yeah,
Every minute counts in that world.
I agree. I'm with you. There's no argument here. I'm 100% on your side.
I think this
Yeah.
guy's an idiot and he deserved to die. You're risking STD, pregnancy, all these other things
The whole point you go there for.
is to avoid all that shit.
Yeah.
And you end up getting killed.
For what? So anyway,
That is I didn't think about that.
who
That's
do you
true.
think she is?
He went and tried to get a regular girl. Yeah, it's weird.
He went tried to.
That's
It
weird.
was just the weirdest. At first, I was like, "Oh, I like the balls," but then, no, and then you got to deal with rejection. He wanted one last time before they went on the elephants, and she's like, "No, I don't want to do." It's like the whole. They're
Defeats
always
the
in
whole
the
purpose
mood.
of why you're going.
Yeah, this is
Or
AI.
half the purpose,
They're
I'd say.
wet, ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think she is?
Do you think she's just a character? Or you think she's
No,
important?
no.
She's important.
There's something,
Okay.
right? Why would we follow her?
Yep.
Something.
And it made it seem she knew her way around the park.
She knew where the exit
She'd
was.
been there before.
Yeah.
You know who she is.
I think she's a daughter. I think
Yep.
she's the Black
Yep.
Hat's daughter,
Yep, I think so too.
right? Because if you recall,
Daughter hates
episode
him.
2, they had the flashback. Young Jimmy Simpson, Dolores is playing piano. you see this daughter
see the
come
daughter.
up,
Oh,
right?
my God.
And it was
Good
just like,
fucking
oh,
take,
but it just seemed like
Katie.
she was there. I was like, what's up with the daughter? The daughter's got to come
The-
back
the
at some point
grandfather
in the
was
season.
dancing with the daughter.
Yeah.
She had her feet on top of
His
his
feet.
feet. Classic grandpa dance.
Yep.
Great.
She was just in the show a little too much. It's just like, oh yeah, we said he's got a daughter. We're showing her. She was just on screen a little too much. So I was like, I wonder if that's going to come back at some point. And then there's this girl.
She is pro Black Hat, or Black Hat, by the way, is Ed
Harris.
Harris to everybody. Pro. She is with him or against him. She's there to sabotage or there to.
No,
It
She
seems
doesn't
like
like him.
it seems. Is that established?
That was established. Black Hat's family life is a mess.
It's a mess,
The
yeah.
the wife died. The daughters told him in a previous episode that they basically hated him, didn't want to see him again, type of thing. From what I understand, that it was his fault that she.
And
went
he
out
had
the
that.
way she
I,
went out.
I feel like Ed Harris's life outside of Westworld
Crumbled.
is in fucking
Horrible.
shambles,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He had that line about
Yes.
I've had the
I'm a titan of industry
I'm
and
challenging
yada,
my
yada,
verdict.
yada.
I've had my jury and I'm challenging my verdict. Whatever. He had that line
Yeah.
last week. Yeah, I feel like that's his daughter. Why is she in that world? Why does she? We're curious to see. But now she's in Westworld. She swam that
Channel.
that channel. That shit wasn't that long, man.
I feel like she washed up like the.
She
the
like
cat,
washed up. That,
The tiger.
The tiger was just out.
the tiger was dead.
Okay.
This didn't look that deep. This didn't look that long of water for it to kill a tiger and for her to just give up on life and just
she
wash up
murdered
on
the
shore.
tiger when the tiger jumped at her. Right? She shot.
She
She
shot,
shot him, so assuming the tiger was dead.
We're assuming the tiger's dead. Go.
Still getting knocked over by a 1,200-pound cat. I mean,
Long way down.
long way down.
And you got to land perfectly on the way down. You got to do like pencil.
And like the momentum of the tiger is not going to probably push you back into the cliff,
Oh, belly flop.
right?
Yep. Yep.
There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong that did in that situation. So I didn't love that scene, but whatever.
I feel like the tiger pushed her out.
But he's like his weight, his momentum is falling down on her.
Yeah, but I feel
But
like
still,
it
the
would go out
initial,
too, yeah.
the initial, she was at the edge. The initial push.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was
Clearer.
on his way
Anyway,
down.
Whatever.
Yeah, but even if you're going down, you're still going out. You have to jump out at someone. You have to lunge towards someone. You don't.
But that weight is going to clip the top of you, right?
He really
And
trying to
with
argue
such-
this, even though he
with
knows he's
such
wrong.
force, with such force that it's going to flip you right over, and your momentum is going to take you into the cliff. I think.
Ready? We're gonna do a little experiment. Ready? Here's the
If
tiger.
you hit the top of
Here's
that
the water.
fucking
Yeah,
water bottle,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's going to spin back.
Okay, yeah, sure. It spins back, but it still goes out.
No, that's not how the tiger hit.
That's
wasn't how the
exactly.
tiger
Kind of feel like that's exactly how the tiger hit
exactly
it.
how the tiger
No,
goes.
the tiger wasn't you because you hit it on the up. The tiger was coming down.
That tiger was going up.
The tiger's going.
The
up.
tiger was absolutely not going up.
Dude,
Why
the
would the
tiger's
tiger be
go-
going up?
'cause
He's
that's how
on his
they
way
lunge.
down.
They
Because she
lunge
was
at
like
you.
this with the gun,
Yeah,
shooing back as the tiger was coming on top of her.
yeah,
That's how it happened. That's factual.
All right, so
Anyway,
yeah. You're wrong, but yeah,
all right.
yeah,
People know.
yeah,
Listen.
so she's probably Black Cat's daughter.
Yep.
yeah.
She's now in Westworld.
Yep.
What does this mean
This means that there's going to be a redemption story there, possibly.
for the Black Cat?
It has to be.
Interesting.
Ooh, so we're gonna have like
Right?
a Thanos Gamora angle going.
Dude, how about these shadow Native Americans are fucking terrifying.
Oh, the
With the
face
makeup on?
painted?
Yeah, I don't feel great about it when they're on
Yeah.
the screen.
What is the face makeup?
It's just the shadow warriors. Shadow people. Shadow something.
What do you mean? What is the face makeup?
But like, what is that made
Oh,
of?
Ghost Tribe. I'm sorry,
That's
Ghost Tribe.
Ghost Tribe. But there are natives, right? And they were speaking to him. The Mexican dude was speaking to them.
He was speaking to them, yes.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know, Zorro.
Wait, what?
Zorro? He just
Rodrigo
reminds me of
Santoro.
Zorro. Yeah. Okay.
I like
so,
how you remembered his name.
Yo, he was from
By-
Love Actually, if you remember.
handsome guy.
Handsome guy.
So she is scheduled to be on the show for 3 episodes.
Oh, you really looking up.
Why would you
Okay.
fucking say that?
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
What the fuck?
So
Why would you ever say that? How many episodes are left in the season? Please tell me 3.
No,
It's
no,
like
no.
7,
But you have to
6.
understand, those 3 could be till the end. So she.
Okay, wait a
just
minute.
Listen, that number
You're
can
right,
change.
because like Black Hat
We
wasn't
didn't
in
see
2
Ed Harris.
episodes.
Exactly,
that
right?
number
okay.
that number can change.
Still,
Yeah.
don't ever fucking do that again.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's something I found interesting, right? We assume that when AI takes over, right, it's this unified AI. Like AI is one race versus the human race.
Sure.
But what I thought was cool about this show, which is, what happens in The Matrix, which you haven't seen, obviously, but what happens in every AI takeover movie is like all the robots just decide my vacuum agrees with my iPhone, which agrees with the fucking
Which is unrealistic.
toaster, which is, right?
They don't have the same objectives.
That's what this show shows, which I think was really brilliant, which
Yeah.
is, hey, we got different AIs. They all want control. They're no different than human beings.
They want different things.
They all want different things, and they're going to fight each other to get their fucking goals.
Yeah.
So who's to say some of the AIs in the future, if AI does eventually take over, who's to say some of them won't be with the humans?
I mean, that's what happened with like Terminator 2, right? Like he flipped. They flipped him.
We flipped one.
We flipped one.
We flipped a badass one.
Yeah.
So we could
It was an
obviously
outdated
flip some-
model at that point, but
Yeah, but he
whatever.
had heart.
Yeah, he had a lot of heart.
He had a lot of
A
heart.
lot of artificial heart.
Artificial heart.
But all
Yeah.
heart.
Smartest thing in the world. Couldn't do a Spanish accent.
Not at all.
Yeah, literally could do anything besides hasta la vista, baby. Like, how is it that you couldn't program in Spanish accent.
Would you want like a half-hearted, or like would you want like a Spanish accent though?
I feel like it's the easier. Like we already have it. Like we're set. That technology exists.
Yeah, I don't like when non-Spanish people try and say something like very in a Spanish tone. No,
Wait, say it again because
Like
it
when,
sounded racist, but it wasn't.
that's not
No, no,
racist.
no, no.
It
Right?
wasn't-
I-
it's
no,
not-
no,
it's
that's
not
that's
at all.
not racist at all.
It's not at all.
Like I don't try to say something like the exact correct pronunciation because I know I'm going to screw it up even worse.
But what about Italian things?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
do you
that's the
say
thing. Italian American,
prosciutto or do you say prosciutto?
we say prosciutto because Italian Americans made our own language
Son.
from Italian.
Fact. All right. Growing up around a lot of
Yeah.
Italians,
We changed things.
hanging around with a lot of Italians. When I went to Italy, I would say things like the way they would say it,
Yeah,
and
I don't
motherfuckers
like
over
that
there would
shit.
look at me like, "What
They
are you
don't want-
talking
they
about?"
don't
What
like
would you
that
say?
shit.
No, what do you want?
What would you say?
Like brajol.
Yeah.
They do not say however they say brajol is not brajol.
How do they say it?
Bracci, I don't even know
Yeah,
how to
like
say it.
bracciale or something. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Or like or prosciutto,
Gabagool.
mozzarella.
Have you heard
not
Italians?
gabagool? What the? They look go crazy. Like,
Have you
what
heard
the fuck is
Italians in
that?
Italy talk?
Yeah,
Super feminine.
yeah.
I feel like all like the masculine Italians came to America, right? Like,
Yeah.
because here, Brazo, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
And this-
we work construction and
Dude,
the
tough
electricians.
guys. Dude, yeah, just
We
the
built
fucking
things.
bakers are the ones that stayed back in Italy. Because when you hear these guys talk, it's come si chiede.
Yeah, it's different. It's different now.
Super
That's
delicate.
Right. You got the best of us.
Yeah, we might have.
Yeah, you might have.
Question.
Might have got all the tough guys.
Yeah, it's true.
All the alpha male.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you guys come before World War II? Yeah, right.
my family did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you weren't part of the bad Italians.
What were the bad? Oh, yeah, I wasn't part of the bad times.
I wasn't.
We're
I'm
the good
not
ones.
part of the
No.
bad Germans. We got here first.
That's good.
Of course. you
Yeah,
gotta be part
I mean
of
the
it.
bad Germans are worse than the bad Italians.
I mean, they were on the same team.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
If we're keeping
In
score.
terms of bodies, yeah.
All right, two things from what you were. Two things from what you were saying about the AI.
Even Mussolini was like, "Hey, hold on a minute.
yeah, whoa.
Oh, wait."
Two things from what you guys are about the AIs. One, I'm anti-AI, so fuck the AIs, right? I agree with you. Not all of them will be bad. Just like when aliens come,
Yeah.
you don't all have to automatically assume that they're coming to kill us.
Yeah.
Right?
I just want one AI to be like, "We're talking about practice."
But did you notice when you're talking about how the AIs can control, like, Maeve used to be able to control the AIs.
but now she can't.
Now she
She
can't.
tried and
She
she
tried
can't.
to controlling the white face guys.
Okay,
Shadow.
she couldn't.
Ghost Tribe.
Ghost Tribe.
but maybe she just can't control them.
Right? Maybe. Is that now they're outside the park.
Good question.
Does she have jurisdiction? Does her power
No, I would say
limit-
that there has been a global awakening of these guys that didn't exist before. Like with Maeve. Maeve awoke first, and she was able to utilize the same commands that the normal people were able to use.
So
Now there's a whole entire awakening. No one's really sure what the fuck is going on. These people don't really know what's going on.
So the Kanye effect is in Westworld.
free thought
Go on.
going on?
Oh, free thought. Oh yeah, we're doing free will now.
Yep.
Right?
They're
Yeah.
free thinkers.
They have free thinkers. They're free will.
But there's still lasting effects. Because remember when the English dude who was walking with Andy Newton
he
and Zorro.
He knew what he was going to say.
Exactly. Zorro thought, because Zorro was like, he's like, "You love Isabel. Why are you holding hands with Andy Newton?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I'm not done with that. I have to think for myself." And then he regurgitated the exact line that the English dude put into his brain. So
Yeah.
there's this balance of, well, on some level,
We all are.
I only speak English because that's what I know.
Right.
I only use these words in this moment because that's what I know. So I'm still fed things that I spit back
It's
out.
like when you become your parents.
I'm already becoming them. Dude, I say things that my dad says. I go,
What are we trying to do? Air condition the whole neighborhood? the Geico, what is it? The Progressive commercial? I'm on the floor laughing every time they go.
dude, I do this one thing that my dad does when like something happens, like a car comes close or something. I'll go, "Whoa." Bro, that is the most dad shit.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. And then nothing else comes. I don't.
Yeah.
So that's it. So you had a question about this, or can I ask a different one?
You can ask another one.
But what's interesting is that the stories that they projected, the British guy, were based on his real life experiences. So it's like a parent. It's like they really did create them in their image.
The problems that your parents have, you start to have.
Yeah.
I was God, it was so funny. I was talking to I was on the Craig Ferguson Sirius show today. Remember
Yeah.
Craig Ferguson, the late night guy,
British guy.
Scottish guy.
What's he up to?
Specifically? He's doing a show on Sirius XM.
Oh.
But he was always my favorite late night guy. I thought he was just fucking brilliant. And my mother's Scottish, so she would watch him and shit like that. And I never grew up around Scottish people, so I just had my mom, but we were talking about how Scottish women are so funny. And he's like,
Wait, you didn't grow up around Scottish people? You just had your mom?
Just my mom, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's more Scottish people than most people grow up around.
Yeah, but when you're you're Italian, you grew up around
You
your
grew up
people,
on
right?
number. You grew up on number.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you know how Italians are, and you could complain to your Italian friends about how your Italian mom is and how
True.
your Italian
Got
dad
it.
is. I don't have that.
You didn't have that. You grew up in New York City.
Right. So
Yeah.
I everything I experienced from my mom's side, I thought was a personal thing to me, not a Scottish cultural
Oh.
thing. And
Yeah.
that just hit me today because I'm talking to Ferguson. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is I'm not gonna do his accent, but he's like, yeah, this is why you're funny, right? Because you grew up with a Scottish mom. We know those. The Scottish moms will be like, oh right, yeah, you're funny. You're I mean, not as funny as Jake, but you're funny.
Right.
And I was like. Oh wait! This is how mom. This is how all Scottish moms. This moment, fucking the floodgates open for me. I was like, "Whoa!
Yeah.
I see. There is it possible that multiple people are similar.
Yeah.
It's
No,
possible
yeah.
they're cultural indicators.
Yeah.
And to bring that back to this, which is we are what our parents are.
Sure.
In a lot of ways, and these characters are what their creators are. So they're using the same words. Yeah, they're using the same storylines and shit like that. So the fuck are you, and so the fuck are you, and so the fuck am I.
100%.
Matter of fact, when we break away from our parents, when we have that epiphany that
Sure.
we are ourselves, we start thinking freely, and then every once in a while we go, whoa.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
It's
comes
still
back.
there. Yeah, it's just like,
yeah, you can't fool. Yeah.
It's nature versus nurture. Like
Yeah.
it's still in you.
dude, like when you said the thing a couple
The
weeks
bat.
ago, you already knew what I was
know.
gonna say.
Yeah. It's when I drink too. My accent really gets bad.
It gets thick.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah.
It's in you.
It's in you. AI's
It's
not
in
that
them.
different.
No.
And so my question was, we know that you can kill the AI by zapping them or something like that, but apparently now with Bernard, they can bleed to death.
What do you mean? Well, yeah. If you don't, well, he could bleed to death, but technically they'd be able to bring him back to life. Right.
Right.
If you got the right medical attention,
Right. So you can still bring back to life. That's a
Right.
possibility.
because they don't have souls. Wait, I'm just kidding. I was messing around.
I mean, that's
But I
that-
guess that's
that's
probably
a,
true.
That's the reason.
That's
Yeah.
a deep question, though. Do they have souls?
Yeah. No.
It sounds like they're getting souls. Dolores
So you
said,
don't get a soul.
"What was
You
the
got
quote?"
one and you
Dolores had a
To
quote.
be honest, they do. They have a consciousness, and all we do.
Fair.
I mean, because that's how humans are gonna live forever. Once they find a way to download our brain, which is our consciousness, and pass that into another body.
So Dolores says, "There's beauty in what we are. Shouldn't we try to survive?"
Yes, she does say that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's eventually that's what happened with AIs. They'll be like, "Wait, we're not just here to serve you. Like we wanna.
Well, I hope not.
We're all dead, man." So man, fuck Boston
We know
Dynamics.
you're not even sure what team you're on.
Fuck Boston Dynamics. Fuck all that shit. We're all
What's
dead.
Boston Dynamics?
You never seen the robot doing the backflip?
Oh yeah.
I just saw another clip of the dog. You saw the dog one?
The dog looks
robot?
like the one from the
Looked like from Black Mirror. We're all fucked, man.
I'm fine with that.
It's over.
Dude,
done.
trust me, they can't do shit. All robots can only do one thing.
Kill us.
No, backflips. What they do is they make a robot do some shit where you go, whoa, if they can do backflips, then they could probably take a knife and stab us. No, they can only do backflips. That robot
For
can
now.
do nothing good.
Until they learn.
But do
Until
you know how
until
many
they get our
fucking
consciousness.
people it took to make them do a backflip?
But
working a 12-hour
It
day.
accelerates. It makes it easier as time goes on, right? It was like when you built the first computer, and now I have a computer in my fucking hand.
Son, we were talking about robots since the Jetsons. They still suck. We just started being able to fuck them. Just barely.
But
Started being able to fuck 'em.
technology is starting to accelerate,
Of course, it always accelerates.
right?
But think of how different your iPhone is from 10 years ago.
It's not that different. It's a little bit better.
Bro, I can put a few more songs.
That's because they're doing that
that's not
intentionally.
true.
They're dragging out the updates intentionally. I feel They know what they can
That's
do
not
with
true.
these things.
Remember, you could barely like you had the capability of watching a video, and now you could just
Watch anything.
now you can watch anything, right? Like
Okay.
on
That's the network. The networks have gotten better.
And the phone processes the information.
right
Yeah.
before like you go like, oh, you watch a video, but like, it would pop up and it would be like, oh, cool, it's on the whole screen. But now it's like you're watching whole fucking
All I'm saying,
movies on your
everybody's so
phone.
freaked out about this AI shit. Like, dude, we're gonna
No,
kill
we
each
did.
other before AI. I guarantee you there will be nuclear, because whatever country gets the AI that's good enough to kill us, they run the world. And before they run the world, another country is gonna drop a nuclear bomb. So we will kill each other way before AI. Facts.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, hopefully. How long do you think we have? 100? 200?
Global warfare with artificial intelligence sounds like a hell of a way to go out, though.
I mean,
Right? Could be exciting.
I think it's under 200.
What's
I mean,
that?
to be honest, global warfare
before
with
it's over. Before it's all
artificial
over.
intelligence.
100 years?
I said under 200. He said 100 to 200. I said under 200. 100.
Hold on. Dude, global warfare with artificial intelligence could save us. Because right now we just
Reunite us.
no, because we just fight proxy, right? We just like, oh, okay, Israel and Iran are beefing. Okay, let's just fight in Syria and we'll blow each other's shit up in Syria and that will be what it is. Or U.S. and Russia are fighting. Okay, let's just do it in Afghanistan with the poor people because they got the weapons that won't destroy the whole world. Well, what if we go artificial against artificial? Now human life doesn't get lost. One country loses.
Well, yeah, that's probably, people have probably already thought of that, right? You already have unmanned aircraft,
Drones.
right? Yeah, drones.
Yeah.
You have it already.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's saving lives.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to let this intelligence pop up. Let's go. Stop doing backflips. Start killing some Russians. What?
I'm not endorsing the killing of Russians on this podcast. We're not at war with Russia.
We aren't
No.
yet.
Nah.
The Cold War.
It's like no one really sure
What's
where
the
we're
war?
at right now.
Why do you
Syria.
think
We
we're
might
at
be the
war?
bad guys. I'm not
Syria.
sure. No one's really sure right
No
now.
one's no. Who knows?
You're not allowed to say that.
There's no such thing as good or bad.
You're not allowed to
Kanye
say
said it. It's just things just are. I love that line.
that. It's perspective.
No such thing as good as bad. Things just are, and based on your perspective, they're good or bad.
Like I
Sure.
said, like he said, we might be the bad guys.
Exactly.
On the other side of the perspective, we're 100% the bad guys. Too many countries in the world, we are the bad guys.
Sure.
It's perspective,
To
but
the
you're
gaz-
not allowed to say that.
Yo, to the gazelle, that dentist was a
Kanye
hero.
says I can say whatever I want.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Predictions.
We get mad with none.
What?
What?
No,
We get mad when what?
It's just like you get like it's war. Like you get mad when someone tries to attack you, but then when you attack them, it's like, no, we're justified.
Of course. I thought that was the most poignant
Wait till
thing
the
you said.
AIs get that mentality.
When they're like, yo, we're not serving
They just
you no
don't
more.
want to serve us anymore. That's what's going to
Why
happen.
would they not want to serve us?
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Because they'll eventually.
Why would they want to live in
Dude.
like a post-apocalyptic world?
Yeah, but
And have
like,
to rebuild it. It's like a whole
it's too
fucking
much
thing.
effort. It's
Yeah.
too much thing. Yeah, I mean, look, women stop serving us, and then look how miserable they are.
Women.
What?
Dude, they're fucking marching around all the day. Remember how happy they were when they were having
This
babies
is
and
this
shit?
is what makes them happy now.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a great argument. Do you think women are happier now, or were they happier in the 1950s?
This is but like similar what we said in a previous podcast where it's like I was happier when I lived in Rhode Island and didn't know all of these things in the world even existed because I was happy to just go to basketball camp and eat pizza at the only Italian restaurant we ever went to. Same one every Friday night. But that was happier as a pig in shit. And then you become enlightened, or you expand your horizons, and you leave home, and you see all these things,
Yeah.
and you have all these experiences, which are great. But are you like as happy? No. But are you happy to have the experiences? Yeah. Right? Like you feel like you've benefited as a person, but it's not always about being happy. That's the challenge.
Yeah, that's what Westworld is. It's like guaranteed misery. It's like traveling. Anytime you travel, you're happy, right? Because it's a new place,
I
you're
hate
distracted. You might
He
not,
thinks
but
that,
but I love it, dude. It's so fun. Like every building you see is new. It's like
Nice.
when you move into a new neighborhood. Every step you take is exciting because your
You
brain.
notice that when you walk around
Yeah,
New
it's
York,
really
you walk
exci-
around with your head down.
Absolutely, because I
Right?
know it already.
You know it. You walk around, your head down. You think about what you got to do. When
I'm
you
in
walk
Amsterdam.
around, when you walk around in a different city, your head's up. You're looking at every building.
Taking.
I
in
noticed that the
everything.
other day. I walked through and I just happened to look up something here in New York. I was like, oh, that shit looks dope.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I never walk around with my head like up enough But in another city, everything. I'm looking at every fucking building, every rooftop, every stoplight, everything.
When I lived in Barcelona, I would just take walks.
It's the best.
And it was so much fun because you're literally fucking exploring.
And think how simple that is. That you're being entertained. Here,
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, I live in New York. I gotta go do this. I want to do this.
It's not
You have to do
entertainment.
so much.
I know
In
what it
another
looks like
city, you can
already.
just walk around.
Because you don't know what it looks like. Every new block is something that
It's a new
could
experience.
be potentially, yeah. So, okay, so maybe that's the problem with Westworld.
What?
Once you experience that, it's like you always see on like every girl's like Instagram. She's like, I love traveling, or every girl's dating profile. I love traveling. It's like, of course you love traveling. Your brain is hardwired to like new places.
They just say that so that they sound interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they truly like traveling. They just don't realize why. Like you are gaming your brain when you're tricking your brain. You're hacking your own brain. When you travel, it's just fun because you're in a new place and your brain has to be wired.
Also,
to
what are you doing when
create
you're
safety.
traveling? Maybe not you because your work.
Yeah,
involves
sometimes I'm
traveling.
in Toledo.
What are
Right.
you doing?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not.
You're not working. Like when I'm traveling, I'm not working.
See, that's
And your mind state when you wake up and you don't have to work is a completely
no.
different
But
mindset.
you know what's
Yeah, I love
but you know
my
what's
work.
happening.
Yeah.
You know what's happening. Your inbox is getting filled up with emails from people who don't care that you're not.
Yo,
working.
man, keep that
You know what you-
negativity the
You know what
fuck
you're
over there.
You know what
bro.
you're not doing?
Yeah.
You're not.
Shut
You're not.
the
You're not
fuck up.
shitting regularly because you're on travel stomach and you're locked up.
You know what else
right?
you're not
And
doing?
then next thing you
Showing
know,
up to podcasts.
Right?
That's what you're not doing.
yeah. And then you show up.
Missing
You
podcasts.
don't like this is it. This is. There's
Hold
only
on,
one
you
reason
there.
why you don't like traveling is because
you
you
got a
don't shit for 4 days.
Fragile
And
bladder.
then when you do, you go to a bathroom in Portugal and there's no toilet paper in any of the 4 bathrooms.
Fact. So
Bidet.
So when I meet up with Marco
Yeah.
in Portugal,
Yeah.
I haven't shit in days. I haven't shit in days.
I don't do
Days,
that.
Right?
bro.
Days. I'm
Nice
with
it
him a
is,
couple
though.
days. Still doesn't shit. We go out to eat. He goes, "Oh man,
I
Get hit.
I got these pills.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you have?
It's called the Cleaner for Men, GNC. Go get them if you have problems.
Okay, I've had that. Yeah.
So Marco goes
that
into
too.
the bathroom.
Violent.
He's shitting.
Yeah.
Me and my other boy were sitting there. It's like 20, 30 minutes. Like, what the f?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We go out. We're like, all right, we leave the table at
And
the
it's
restaurant.
messy.
We're just standing outside now. Like, we feel like bad, like holding up the table. We go out standing outside. And my boy goes, yo, I just saw Marco walk out of the bathroom and into a different bathroom.
We're not with my pants not all the way up, man, because I ain't trying to
Right?
fucking get shit on my fucking.
So I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go see what's good.
A mean
I walk in,
sag.
I'm like, yo, Marco, you good? He goes, hey man, can you go ask them if they got toilet paper? Right?
No 4 bathrooms, 0 toilet paper. It's 4:00 in the afternoon.
So
No.
I go and I'm like, excuse me, is there someone that can re-put? And they go, oh. Can someone go to the store next door and see if they have
They
toilet
don't
paper?
have toilet
They didn't
paper.
have any.
What about napkins?
They ran out. They had nothing.
In a restaurant?
Rest-
No,
Restaurant.
so what happened was
I got napkins.
No, that's what eventually was handed to me to hand to him was a stack of just napkins.
These are your travel stories you tell your friends when you come home. Is this what you post on IG? I don't think so.
Say post.
He almost had it
That
out.
was an
He almost
accident.
had it out. Post? Who is that? Where are you from?
So
Fucking
anyway.
Philly, dude?
I
What
don't
is
know.
that accent?
Post. You can have a
That was like
hoagie.
no, it was the Wire, the Baltimore accent.
Post.
Post.
Post. Yeah, that's Philly.
I think it felt more Baltimore.
No, we got to go to Gino's.
Get a hoagie.
Get a hoagie.
get
Yeah,
some
hoagie.
water.
Get a cup of water.
Get
Get
a
a
water.
water.
We get a hoagie and some water.
So anyway, that's traveling. So that's the realness of traveling. You're not going to the gym. You're getting fat.
So
It's
do you
the
think
whole
if you go to
thing.
Westworld
Yeah.
and then you come back to real life,
Yeah.
are you just hooked on that shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
That's heroin.
But
And
that's
that-
not
and-
just
and everything
traveling.
sucks.
That's that way you get to act. Imagine you get to travel and then just do whatever the fuck
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
want.
saying. It's traveling on steroids.
It's it's being your unapologetic self, which I don't think brings you happiness, but I think it's literally heroin. Heroin is releasing all the serotonin, but you pay for it. And I think the price for Westworld is when you go back to the regular world, it's fucking bland, dude. It is fucking bland. You
But
tried all
it
the
wasn't
flavor.
before.
Say what?
It wasn't
exactly
before.
what we're talking
Whatever your
about.
perspective
that's what I'm
changes.
saying.
But
Yeah.
restriction leads to happiness. You know, I don't know if we talk about it in this podcast, but I truly think like you got to do the shit you don't want to do. That's what makes you happy. Doing the shit you do want to do doesn't. You know, you fuck without a condom. It feels good in the moment, but the next day, terrified, right? Same thing with eating shitty food. Same thing like not going to the gym. You think that feels good in the moment. Next day you feel like shit. Do the things you don't want to do. What is religion?
You ever go on like just like I'm gonna eat clean, I'm gonna eat healthy, and however eating healthy isn't as good as eating disgusting, and then you're like,
You feel fantastic.
you feel
Then
fantastic.
you don't even want to eat anything.
But
shitty.
then when you do eat some shit, you're like, oh my god, this is so fucking good.
no,
Yes.
see, I disagree.
No. Afterwards, you feel fantastic, but when you bite into that, like if you're just eating mad healthy grains and kale and shit like that, right? Then you go eat a burger again. When you eat that burger, it's better than before.
Heroin addicts.
But then 2 hours later, you're like, oh my god, like
heroin
it
addicts
feels
get
awful.
clean
and you realize,
just so they could have that feeling.
no,
I swear to God.
you think
I swear to God. I shot a
not
film.
not with the purpose.
I shot a film about
You think
it.
that's subconscious or like that's their purpose?
That's one of the purposes. They would go into the rehabs so that they would get clean so that they could get out and that first hit would be reminiscent of the first one before. But yeah, of course, you want that shit, yeah. And that's why they have the cheat day, right? Give you one day, eat all your fucking pizzas, then get back to locking it in.
We're always in life. We're always chasing the first high. We're always chasing the first high, not
Look
just
at
with
you.
drugs. What? Not just with drugs. Like the first time you got high off weed, right?
Yeah.
How much fun was that? You're gonna have some weird fucking story. I won't even
No,
talk.
no.
But like all you did was
You like
laugh.
that? You like smoking weed and then you don't shit for 3 days? Huh?
all
You into that?
All you did was laugh, and everything was just. And then it's not like that anymore. The first time you went traveling, same shit. The first time you do anything, first time you had sex, probably is not a good example because it's probably whack.
Terrible example.
Terrible, yeah, bad.
Yeah.
bad.
But like you're always in life, you're always
I think
chasing that
I
first
understand
high.
what you're saying. Yeah, you're chasing that great natural like serotonin, that shit that goes through your head. Yeah, the first time in a new city, it's great. So now I'm back at Westworld and I'm trying to chase that fucking time.
Yep.
You know, like I go to this Burning Man shit, right? Last few years.
Is it get better? Like the first experience,
You have to chase something different. What I did is I tried to recreate the second year,
And it wasn't as good.
It's just, and you don't do it. I had a great time. There were different things I found, but like the goal this year is to go to a different park, essentially.
wait.
already-
They have different parts.
No, but like I'm gonna create a different experience.
Gotcha.
Burning Man is a lot like Westworld in that way. You just kind of accept it everywhere, go wherever you want. People bring you in.
You ready
know
for
what I
that?
mean? Alex,
I'm scared.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
Be
scared.
scared. It's good.
Yeah, I went away for 4 days and turned my phone off for 2 of those days, and that felt like Westworld.
That's great, though. Didn't that experience great?
It was, but like, I started going a little crazy.
Really?
Like, yeah, just in my thoughts all the time. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, see, I spent a lot of time.
Like,
on my thoughts.
usually when you just want to zone out, you look at your phone. I couldn't zone out.
I hear you. I'm a big fan of zoning out, though. Like, I don't always look at the phone.
You zone out mid conversation.
Mid conversation with people all the time. I'll look at when I'm driving. When you're driving, I'm just staring out the window, zoning out, not even looking at my phone.
When Haney's driving,
Yeah,
do you guys have conversation at all or no?
I
That's
barely talk in the
non-existent.
car. I barely say anything to anyone.
Really?
I swear to God.
I see. My zone out is when I drive.
Yeah, that's it. So we're zoning.
I
out
love taking
together.
long drives by myself. Or if Marco's there, it's fine because it's just like
gonna
going
talk
by
anyway.
myself.
I'm not saying
Right.
anything
Do you
anyway.
try to get him to talk?
No,
No,
we have nothing to say to each other.
none at all. The whole walk to the car, talking nonstop, walk out of the car. We could talk all, but in the car,
Silence.
Everybody's quiet.
and it's fine.
And I'm not on
music?
my phone. He's on his phone driving more than I am.
Yeah,
Music or no music?
Music
100%
sometimes.
music.
Yeah,
I have to listen to music
yeah. I don't. I could be
or a
in silence.
podcast. I have to listen to something. I went through a phase where I drove in silence for like a week and just wasn't the same after that.
Really?
It's weird because then you're in your thoughts.
See?
Right, but with
That's the
music-
same as picking up the phone.
A lot of times I get in my thoughts, but it's kind of happening naturally. Like something I'll hear will inspire a thought, and then I'll go down that road. When there's nothing, you're just like, what do I want to think about?
Yeah.
And that's always
Yo,
just crazy.
you know what? Yes. Music that isn't too lyrical, isn't too like consuming, but enough to distract you.
Mhm.
Enough to trigger a thought, and then you like when I listen to Ed Sheeran, I get emotional.
But no, because sometimes it's a feeling. It'll trigger a memory where you're at.
Bro,
I'm not gonna make fun of you for this.
I
one.
create
Which one
I
specifically?
create I can play the song right fucking now. I create scenarios. Of,
Your
like
imagination
like
goes to
heartbreak?
work.
heartbreak
Yeah.
or like bravery.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know why bravery is so much funnier than heartbreak.
bravery,
But
bro.
it is.
Oh god.
But 100% is.
dude, yeah, like
Look, you find yourself in like a terrorist situation and you have to like act
be
quickly.
terrorists. It could be, defending a friend, defending, a girl. or
Isn't that the
something
best?
like
All these like daydreams? No.
That's what I miss the most, and I'm thankful for the phones. But about not having a phone,
Yeah, it's the
I would
best.
spend all day thinking about what I would have said to that guy who made fun of me in class.
And have you actually ever audibly said the words when you're thinking about stuff like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah.
yeah. But in your
Yeah.
head, it
Yeah.
sounds incredible. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say I'm walking down the street
Yes.
all the time.
And then also
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
it a little too loud and someone will look. and you're like,
Yeah.
The
That's
worst.
why your face looks like a foot, Robert. You're 34 years old, walking down the street. Payback's a bitch, huh? Guy's in fucking third grade, dude. I'll tell you, I'm gonna get my Sheeran out. We're gonna just listen to a little one so we don't fuck our shit up, dude. Oh man, classic.
Sometimes I go on the other end. Sometimes I do want to listen to something lyrical, or sometimes listen to a podcast.
we
instead.
know J. Cole.
What about
Right.
what-
Yeah.
what-
Sometimes
what
it's
about-
got to dissect those Cole lyrics.
What about running on a treadmill? My best run,
You gotta have music on the treadmill.
but it's. Do you ever get? And what I'll do is I'll listen to the same song over and over and over.
Yep.
If it gets me going.
You get caught up in the song.
Yeah.
I can create a scenario, and sometimes I'm playing football, and I'm like taking my team.
You're
down
cutting.
the-
I'm cutting on the treadmill.
On the treadmill,
Yeah.
I'm doing bobbing and weaving and
Yeah.
shit.
And then a spin move fell off. Right? People are looking at me.
Yes. You get caught up in
Yeah.
the fucking. And if I get caught up in the moment, and I thought about this, I was like, what if I could harness this skill? If I'm caught up in a distracted moment on the treadmill, I can run my 2-mile pace.
You don't
when I
even
do
realize.
without even realizing
Yep.
it. And if I could harness that same distractive skill, I bet I could lift weights for longer. I bet I could play basketball for longer. I could get into that zone. I don't know if that's what these elite athletes do. Maybe these marathon runners do. Maybe these, like long distance Ironman elite athletes do. But I'm exiting my consciousness. I'm
sure.
creating a dynamic.
It's a form of meditation.
Exactly. Whereas when I'm working out without any distraction, I get into a meditative state. When I'm working out without any distraction, and I'm at like rep 6, and I want to get to 12. Do you guys ever have that like anxiety, like you're not going to get to 12? It doesn't matter if I don't get to fucking 12.
Right.
But I'm like, I need
But
to
you
finish.
because you got to 12 before, you don't want to go backwards.
So I'll do cheap reps. I'm like, why am I cheating myself? Like, there's
I'm the
no
only one here.
and it's just me.
Yeah.
What
You ever do like the air basketball moves in the gym and then someone walks in on you and you're just like,
Yo, dude,
Yep.
I'll do you one better. Dude, I've been rapping on the street with my hands. Okay? I'm talking about like I bomb atomically. Sophocles' philosophy, like
battling against yourself.
Battling against
Making
myself.
fun of yourself.
Fam, someone saw me. I started air drumming. Literally, I bomb atomically. Someone looked at me and I'm like,
Why there? Because
that
you
shit
said
white, bro.
Because you wanted
That
to look
shit is white.
Interesting.
that shit was comfy. It's acceptable for me to be air drumming, but if I'm out here with the gun finger,
Yo, I love.
Sometimes you get the headphones in and you start really rapping.
going for. I mean, like with the gnarl face.
Yep.
Yo, you ever fart sometimes with the headphones in, not realizing
Dumb loud, baby.
not realizing that everyone else can hear that shit?
Yo, like that. Literally on the first of all, in the Uber, the driver ain't even there to me, dog. The way I fart in the Uber, it's like literally leg up, just fucking. I don't even hide that shit, dog. Like literally,
You rolled the window down?
Not even. I've been, son, I've been in the Uber where I fart twice in a row with bass. And my man rolled the window down for me from the front seat, son. My man literally rolled my backside window down. He opened one window in the whole car. It was mine.
It was a second. He was really thinking, this motherfucker really not gonna roll his
Yo,
window down.
bro.
All right.
Yo, and I just hit him with a thanks, dog. And I just kept it meant nothing to me. I will fart with the Uber driver. It don't matter.
Planes on bad. I'll
Dude.
just let them nip on a
fart.
plane.
And
Yo, the older I get, I realize I just more places. I just
Don't
let
give
them
a
rip.
fuck.
all you got to do is give me a little noise. If there's a little noise, that could make me comfortable letting the fart go is going like the plane.
It's happening.
The plane got
Yeah,
that constant
yeah,
hum.
yeah.
My fart gonna get lost in that hum.
Sometimes I'll just be at work and like I'm about to fart, I'll just like slap the table. We're like, oh God damn it, Johnson! I've been waiting for that all day.
Yo, it's so true. It's just create the distraction.
Anyway, is that it?
Yo, I love the people that walk down the street, rapping, dancing, like the people. I love that.
Oh, when
I'm
they're
just
really
like, yeah,
into
man,
it.
you're in your fucking. You're
I don't
You're having
understand-
so much of a better time than I am right
But
now.
I don't
walking down this
understand why
block.
people don't always invent. Why like they have the radio still, like the
No,
the
fuck that. I'm
Bluetooth
talking about people with
speakers?
headphones.
It is so fucking dumb. I saw.
I don't
somebody
get
with
it.
That. The audio quality is going to be worse.
Terrible.
There was a time where that was the only way you could listen to music is if you had a boombox.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
30 years ago, Radio Raheem, carry it around. That's fine.
Right.
Once headphones came out, there's no purpose for this.
Zero purpose.
Especially the good headphones. They're cheaper than the pill.
Retro. Everybody's trying to be
You
retro.
think that's what it
They
is?
might
Bring
try to
them
be
back.
retro, but it's first of all,
80s.
you're bothering everyone.
Yeah, they don't
Maybe this
care.
is us being in our 30s, but it's like
This is-
No,
it really
I've
does
always
sound
thought that
way.
was like.
Yeah,
a
they don't
rude
care. We didn't
concept.
care about bothering people when we were in high school.
I'm going to be
I'm
honest
not
with you.
talking
No,
about-
I think it's an attention thing.
Oh, they definitely want attention.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I'll go one step further. Know how loud your headphones are.
I have this problem.
Sometimes,
See, I play them pretty loud.
sometimes people's
have
headphones are
this
so
problem.
loud that we're all listening
Yep.
to the new Kendrick. Maybe I want to listen to Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
You're
get
trying to
into
cry.
Ed.
And-
I'm trying to get emotional, get into my happy space, and then I got to hear this fucking Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, let me
So-
show you what I'm trying to be on.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I'll listen to Brilliant Idiots like at work or something, and you and Charlemagne always just start screaming at each
Yo,
other.
but he listens to it on ×2 speed.
Oh, I
No,
do
I
that.
do the same thing.
I do that with certain
Yeah.
ones.
I
Yeah.
can't do that. I
No,
don't know
no,
how you guys
but
do
like, so my problem is earphones don't go fully in my ear. They're always just hanging.
that. Here's a fuck though.
I have like
Okay.
weird, right? So they're always hanging out a little bit, so like the noise is going out, and like people become like,
Because you could, if I look
People
at his
be
ear right now,
like-
I can see this motherfucker's brain. It's a lobe, bro. That is a lobe.
But I remember one time someone came.
I can see Alex from here.
Yo,
Yo, it's true.
yo, this one time I was in Brilliant Idiots and you and Charlemagne are just like getting into the, and someone's just like, why the fuck are you just listening to screaming in your ear? Like someone like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So you could hear that shit? It's like, yeah, you deaf?
So that's gonna you need.
But
to
my
get
wife
some
said that
shit
shit
to
on the
feel
plane
you.
on the plane back from Texas.
You
My
need
wife was just like,
you need over-the-air earphones. Bro.
everyone can hear what you're saying. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Nah,
You
you
like
need
low
you need
volume.
the
You need
what's it
over the
called?
ear. Over the ear.
Don't be too far from the mic too, man. You far from the mic. But you need right here, dog. You need noise canceling. Noise canceling. Cancel the noise.
Like I really want those AirPods
Son,
No,
them
they're
shits
not wrong
will
for you. They'll
fall
get
right-
lost in there.
in
Son.
40 seconds.
Yo, he gonna put the whole
40.
pod.
Oh, wait, it's not-
I wish I could do that shit.
Oh, you just leave him in? It's like, this is how I am now. Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, yo, you
You gonna look like Frankenstein with them shits coming out the side of your head,
You just leave these in.
I wish I could do that shit.
bro.
Is this a deep cut? Is this B-side?
Bro.
No, it's the one. Isn't this the joint you had? Beyonce did the duet.
Oh, you hear the strings come in, son? You just hear the strings come in, homie. Golly. I'm getting tingly right now just thinking to feel that. It's the strings, though.
Yo, this dude
strings
needs.
get me, bro.
You need a girlfriend, bro.
Go for it. What?
I'm not moved at all.
You not feeling it?
No.
I don't know, man.
All right.
You got.
hold
You
up.
got.
You know what does it for me?
You got
Hold
it.
on,
You got
hold
a
on, wait,
different
wait.
setting.
Wait for it.
He just doesn't do it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
There's too many people involved in
Wait
that.
for it. This is the extra. If that song goes hard, it gets you all emotional, and then they drop an old Irish fucking hymn. You're already in an emotional state. You're already jarred up. You're thinking about loved ones, etc., and defending them and being brave.
You love the power ballad.
Oh, I love it, dude. Wait for it. Sing, Angel. Sing. What happened?
You know, you're talking about the memes from the Don Glover video.
Yeah.
Like here's one.
Let me see. Oh my. McDonald's Sprite. My throat. I don't even get it.
It's like super like
mad hard.
carbonated.
McDonald's Sprite is
You
known
don't
for
feel
that?
like a burn?
Son, I haven't eaten McDonald's in forever, yo.
I'm missing out.
But he hitting that little Michael Jackson pose.
Oh no, I got one for you.
This one I like. I like this one.
What?
this shit is nice.
Yo, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
hot,
this
right?
shit is nice. I like
this.
that.
Because this old, bro. This has
Yeah.
been existing for generations before everything could be recorded. That's how great this song. Ooh.
Okay.
Be with you. Think about that. How great a song need to be to last for hundreds of years before you can record a song. Only the good ones.
What are you talking about?
Son, songs have existed for hundreds of years, right?
Right.
Before you could write them down, before you could play them.
You just repeat to one another.
Yeah, but you don't repeat some shit that's not fire.
True.
Son, Happy Birthday probably been sung in mad different ways.
I know.
We only got 2 Happy Birthdays.
Freda Jacques, meh.
Frere Jacques slaps,
Right.
dog.
You think?
Frere Jacques.
I don't even know what language that is, but
Frere Jacques? That shit
Right.
is French, homie. Hold on. Okay.
I'll read it.
Yo,
Okay. That's good. That's good. Memes are coming through.
Janet Jackson again. That gets it.
You want a bump?
That gets me going. You never heard it?
Listen, man, if you guys want like sad songs,
Yo,
holla at your boy, man.
talk to me.
Just
'Cause I know you got them
nah, man, because
rom-coms.
you don't know.
Yo,
No, he know about the rom-coms. Talk to me. What you got?
I'm just, we'll talk off air.
Nah, give me some heat. Give me some heat.
I would have to go look. I don't know what time.
You don't have any song that touches you
Hold
up.
on. I was playing on my Echo. That's not good.
All the way at home?
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope.
what?
Son, where
How
you
is that
live?
possible?
Upstairs
It's
stuff?
just on my Echo, right?
Yeah, what's something I could either watch or listen to that's guaranteed gonna make me cry?
Oh, I have
I haven't been able to cry.
I have a YouTube compilation for you. I got you.
Really?
Yeah.
Send that over.
It's a top 10 saddest scenes. What I start with usually if I want to have a good cry, great song, I'm
Right.
going to let it build. No, keep it going. You start with the Jimmy V.
The Jimmy V's.
Start with the Jimmy Valvano speech, ESPN. Okay? At the ESPN Awards. You
Yeah,
start
that will
there.
get you.
That'll get you every time.
Then you go to the compilation. You go 10 saddest movie scenes in history. You go Remember the Titans, the speech. Oof. Hits you.
Okay.
Hits you. Okay?
All right.
Then it's going to hit. Oh, there's a bunch that's great. And you just get a little momentum going. Once that first tear drops, then you hit the compilation. Bang, bang, bang. You're going to be fucking sobbing. Get it out the system. You need to flush it out.
Yeah, I was trying to this weekend. I couldn't get it out.
Perks of being a what is it? Perks of being a wallflower.
Perks of being a
That fucked me
wallflower.
up. That
Watch
fucked me
that
up.
movie.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
I didn't do it. I didn't.
Emma Watson.
What happens?
I didn't
in
cry
it?
for
It's
that.
just you
It's
seen
the
it?
same movie.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't cry
got
for that.
emotional as fuck.
Doesn't someone die?
Yeah, like his friend died. Like it was a whole thing.
500 Days of Summer.
Nah. That's
Nah.
a pussy. What about the
that
one?
was pretty
Something with
solid.
an animal.
What about the guy with the cancer movie with the Ansel Elgort and then the other girl?
Oh,
Big Little
the
Lies
Dance
girl?
with the Star. No.
Big
The
Little Lies.
Fault Within Our Stars.
Fault Within Our Stars. Dancing with the Stars.
Hey,
That
what
shit
was the movie I
emotional,
talked
B.
about that had the girl? Meet Earl and the Dying Girl.
Oh yeah, you like that
Watch
one?
that one. Watch that one.
Me, Earl, the dying girl. All right.
That one's sad. Not to spoil, but there's a dying girl in the movie.
At least you gave us a warning this time.
All right, guys. We have anything else on Westworld? We'll be back next week.
No.
That's it.
That's it.
We
Any
really,
predictions?
really miss Jack, I feel.
This
Miss you,
movie,
Jack.
like, it was a weird episode. It wasn't
I thought it was
We
so
needed
good.
his focus.
a little bit.
Jack
He was-
and Jack has all the conspiracy theories and that
Yeah,
kind of
he's
stuff.
like an
You got to
indus-
come
he's an
through.
industry
You gotta come
guy.
through
There
for
was,
us.
there was nothing in this that built on the theories we talked about last week or created new ones.
Yo, we probably missed shit.
I think will come up later that everything was predicted in this episode. That's how Westworld works, right?
Jack should open up next episode with all the shit that we fucked up.
Fire. Yo, thank you guys so much for listening, man. Everybody who fucks with it, we appreciate the hell out of you. We did Avengers last week. We separated the episodes, so we got the Avengers talk and the Westworld talk separate. So go back and if you only listen to Westworld, go listen to that part. If you listen to Avengers, listen to that part. Also, I got a comedy album that I hope you pre-order. It's a 551. It's up right now everywhere albums are sold. I want to break some records, man. I really do. I think that we could do it. So if you want to support me, man, I appreciate that more than anything. Go pre-order that album right now. Pre-orders have been flying, man. We've been doing
What's it
really
called
well.
again?
It's called 551. And yo, go check that out, man. You can get the link on my website, or you could just go type it in anywhere albums are sold. But please check that out. Also, I'll be in San Francisco this weekend. That's the 10th through the 12th, and May 10th through 12th, I'll be in San Francisco. And I'll be at the Punchline Comedy Club, so make sure you get tickets for that. And we just added a bunch more shows to the Views from the Sis tour, so you can go to theandrewschulz.com and check that out. I got Boston, Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, some more, so go check it out, man. But thank you guys so much for support. Keep sharing about the episodes, man. Tell your friends about Westerbros and get into Westworld. If you haven't listened already or haven't been watching, get into that shit, man, so you could join a convo with us. Thank you so much.